Hello everyone. Okay, so I jumped into this lobby to see if I could join the race, but it seems that that is not the case. Where do you see how many laps there are? It's bizarre. So we kind of just messing around this evening, have some free time. I'm still a little bit under the weather, so I haven't been really doing anything else. Today I spent some time on Gran Turismo. I suppose we can jump out of this race. I spent some time on Gran Turismo trying to just do good laps. Actually, that's what we can do, because I don't feel like waiting for this race to end. And I have no idea. Where do they show how many laps are left? It says final, 11 laps. Anyway. So I spent some time first at Brands Hatch in the Group 3 FIA lobby, and then I went to the Group 3's Daily Race B, and I managed to get a top 10 time in a car that shouldn't be in the top 10, it seems. So there I'm P8. I think I was P6 for a while. But this seems to be my track, and all respect to these guys, they're not the aliens that we're used to seeing on the top leaderboard, so I don't know how competitive 155.4 is. Full respect to TX3 Kipso. He did a great lap time, and shockingly he's leading the leaderboard with the remote. Anyway, here I'm in the 911 RSR. This track seems to suit me. I really enjoy driving around that track. I'm not going to do Super Formula. I have no idea how to drive those cars. I've given up trying. But I have been enjoying doing this qualifier. So let's see where we are here. Qualifying rankings. I'm a second off the pace, the ultimate pace. We all know that Adam Swillow is a machine. And I spent maybe 25 minutes on this track, so let's just go give it another go. I'll read comments in between sessions, so I'll do 4 or 5 laps at a time. Maybe I'll just talk through the laps while I do them. So thanks to everyone who's tuned in. I know it's still growing. I'm going to quickly jump to the comments before we start a run here. JH, your Mugello video was rad. Thank you so much, man. No, such a late stream, have work tomorrow. Sorry, bro. Hey Tom, what's happening? Let me just pause that. Joseph, how you doing? Mart Studios, do you know some Afrikaans? Yes, but not very good at it. I'm not very good at languages, even though I love languages. My girlfriend is German, and I've spent a lot of time in Italy, and I can't speak German or Italian, so there's that. Let's go with the dashboard cam. So Japanese is my favorite language. Italian is my second favorite language, and then there's the rest. And I absolutely love Italian, and I can understand a little bit. I can speak a tiny bit. I can order my coffee, and the same in German. I can say good morning and stuff. But Afrikaans is probably my second language that I know the most. It's just not necessarily my favorite. I wish I could speak a more traditional African language like Zulu or Xhosa, but languages don't stick in my brain. So I would love to be able to speak all of those languages, but it ain't happening. When I did my Afrikaans exam, my final exam, I passed with the bare minimum, so it just shows you. Okay, so here we are in this beautiful Ferrari. I forget which one it is. Is it the 250 short wheelbase? Either way, it's going to be an expensive car. And we get to thrash it around Dragon Trail Gardens. So the thing with this car is it's going to highlight all of your bad habits as a driver. It's underpowered and it moves around a lot. It oversteers, it understeers, it has bad traction, but surprisingly decent brakes. But the braking, like the way the car handles under brakes, is not so good, as you can see there. So if you are driving badly, if you have little traits that aren't serving you well in Group 3, etc., then you will be exposed in this car. So it's always good to go and drive cars like this, to see if you can improve your driving and any sort of techniques that aren't going so well for you. This car definitely forces you to be patient. Oh boy, there was a little bit of impatience, and ladies and gentlemen, our first penalty of the evening. Let's switch to the timing over here. So I'm thinking I'm going to be on here for about 90 minutes. For those of you who are near your PlayStation, we can do a lobby if you're interested. I'm just trying to think of what track and car combination we should do. Maybe, actually that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it in slow car with comfort tires around a technical track like this, and we're gonna work on some driving and do some 5-lap races with 5-minute practice. I'm making this up as I go along. Okay, so let's go do that. I'm a bit all over the place because I didn't plan any of this. I just figured I'd let you guys join in while I mess around on Gran Turismo Sport. Peter, what's happening? Alex, how you doing? Thank you for the compliment. Darby, howdy. Okay, so let's go and set up this this lobby. Sorry, I was just reading my messages, getting messages from the gentleman drivers in my team. They want me to send them onboard video of Monza. Onboard videos and track maps, which I have to oblige. Okay, create new room. I think I have some settings. No, that's horrible. Okay, race for fun. Fixed room ownership, no. Minimum driver rating, sorry guys, but we need to keep standards high here. And your sportsmanship ranking has to be an S. Maximum participants. Time to time to choose a cool track. What I hate about this layout is that they don't show you the track maps. It's a freaking nightmare. Okay, not Tokyo Expressway, not Suzuka, not Autopolis. Basically none of the tracks that have commonly been chosen in recent weeks in the daily races. Definitely not Interlagos. Freaking hell, I hate that track. I want to go with Kyoto, and we can always switch during the event. So let's do Circuit Maggiore. Late evening, 5-lap race with 5-minute practice. Grid start. Set by host. Grid based on previous race results. Reverse grid. Slipstream is strong to keep the racing close. Boost is weak to keep the racing close. Visible damage, mechanical damage, tire wear. Keep it interesting. Just a little bit of tire wear. You know, we just want to add a little bit of flavor here. Initial fuel, that'll be fun. Grip off track is real. Race finish delay minimum 30 seconds. Overtaking system usage time multiplier. I don't understand what that is. Okay. Guys, what kind of car we're going to use here? Quickly, I need suggestions. I'm going to wait. Okay. JH asks if I suggest sim racing for regular drivers. The answer is an absolute yes, but none of them listen to me. Balin, what's happening? Steve, how you doing? Okay, Federico, how you doing? Turn down the driver class to D. Hell no. Majority West grade 4. No, grade 4 is too sticky. We need something. Yeah, N300, I agree. I don't know if I have an N300. Oh god. Okay, minimum power. Oh, hang on, let's do balance of performance. Has to do that. Minimum comfort soft. Yes. Okay, so we got to crank up the tire wear. Okay. No livery restrictions. No tuning. Card usage off. Ghosting. Wall collision. No. Shortcuts. Shortcuts on. So, you know, we're not going to have kamikazes. Side contact off. Correct. Vehicle course. Yes. Flag rules. Go to hell. Replace cars when they leave the track. Counter steering. Okay. Driving line. You guys can do whatever you want. We just need to quickly give this thing a name. We're going to call it You're Gonna Learn. I suspect for at least a few minutes I'll be the only one in this lobby. But let's give it a shot. What you say? My opinion on the Bahrain Grand Prix. Loved it. I'm so happy I made it back in time after my flights to watch the race. I was about 10 minutes behind, but man, I'm such a massive Formula 1 fan, guys. I can't explain it. And that race to me was genuinely enjoyable. It had everything that you want in a Formula 1 race. I think that what's his name? Vettel is on borrowed time. So that's going to be a shame. You just can't keep making mistakes like that, which he did, and it's getting a bit ridiculous now. So Charles, he did a great job. He's going to win many races. It's a shame that the engine went, but I don't know. I don't feel like that devastated for him. Excuse my language, but shit happens. Bahrain recently, since I made it a night race, has definitely seemed to have livened it up. So that's pretty cool. Twitch streamer came in 6th. What a time to be alive. JH, I don't know if I fully understand that one. Okay, Mazda Miata. What am I in here now? Excuse me. What car have I got? Oh, SF Racing. Because I'm on my South African account, I don't have excuse me, I don't have that many cars in this collection. Look at this beast. Okay, so when we get to enough players in this lobby, it's going to be a 5-minute practice led on by a 5-minute race. Okay, so let me just quickly write that into the lobby. 5-minute practice, 5-lap race. Okay, let's see what the tire wear does. I may have to crank it up even more. Yeah, so I have some strongly held opinions about F1. I think Hamilton, no matter what you think of his character, is one of the greatest of all time. I think Bottas was his Melbourne race was great, but one race does not maketh, and he fell back into his ways in Bahrain. I'm more of a Bottas driver, so I feel for him. I understand. I don't generally, what would you say, overperform the car. I tend to drive the car to exactly where it is, and nothing more. And I think Bottas is the same, whereas Hamilton is able to extract a little bit more. He's able to manipulate the car a bit more, and that's why he's always got decent pace. Whoa, whoa. I think Vettel, under super intense pressurized conditions, just doesn't have the mental or emotional rather fortitude to hold it together. Mark Webber mentioned this in his book, so if you read Mark Webber's book, it's really good. Vettel's performances will not come as a surprise. When I was flying from South Africa to London at the beginning of March, I noticed, I watched the 2016 F1 season. It was like a 4-hour video. It was amazing, and it surprised me how many mistakes Vettel made. It's quite shocking. So he hasn't got on top of it, and he's not going to get on top of it. There's still going to be those moments under intense pressure where he's going to make strange mistakes. Then the last thing I wanted to say about the F1 was Ricciardo. I think he's made a bit of a mistake going to Renault. He's up against one of the best drivers on the grid, but Ricciardo is also one of the best drivers on the grid. The problem is there's not enough to separate them in terms of skill level to say that, oh, Hülkenberg has been doing a bad job at Renault and that's why they're bad, and by Ricciardo going there he will elevate the team. Hülkenberg is already doing the maximum there. So in my opinion, they are they're just going to fight each other for 5th and 6th, provided the engines don't fail. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I don't know what Ricciardo was doing. I know he wanted to get out of Max's team, and I know enough people who've worked with Helmut Marko to articulate just how ruthless he is. And yeah, I don't know. If Helmut does not like you, if he falls out of love with you, it's game over in a big way. So yeah, I think Helmut Marko is so in love with Max, who is a phenomenal talent, but surprisingly, am I right, he hasn't got a pole position yet? Excuse me. I'm still so sick from this racing. It's driving me nuts. So yeah, has Max Verstappen got a pole position yet? I don't think he has. And that's so surprising to me. It's surprising that every time it came down to the crunch, like where the qualifying really mattered, that it was Ricciardo who got it. Hamilton's the opposite. When it comes down to the crunch in qualifying, he finds something extra. Okay. I would like it if some more people could join this lobby, so let's just give it another 5 minutes. And then we'll jump in. Gridiron is asking if e-racing is the future. It's not necessarily going to take over real racing, but it's definitely a realistic alternative if you cannot afford to go karting. Nandalizer, I don't agree. Nandalizer is saying that it's not the future of top level. I think there will be a place for it at the top level. There's going to be more and more crossovers from of real racing drivers coming to sim racing to earn some money, and some really talented sim drivers getting a shot in a real race car, and there will be a mix. You're always going to have F1 and Formula whatever that sort of separates the best of the best, but I do think that in the next 10 years, I'm making a bet that in the next 10 years a sim racer will test a Formula 1 car and will be quick. TSF Alice Gaming sent you a friend request. I'll accept in a second. Let me just jump here. Just quickly accepting some friend requests. Okay. Alan MJC is saying he doesn't know why some people hate Hamilton's character. It's just because he doesn't fit the mold of a typical racing driver. You know, he is unique. He's very unique compared to other guys. So, you know, people don't recognize that in a racing driver, and therefore they push back on it. I think it's unfair. Gasly is in a world of trouble right now. If he doesn't step up his game, Marco will fall out of love with him too. And who knows, maybe you see Albon in the car or Ricciardo back in the Red Bull. Okay, scrolling. David, could you lower the sportsmanship to A? Yes. I'm going to lower the... 1 second. Is it possible to do that from here? Oh, come on. Okay, I need to tell everyone to leave. 1 moment. If you're watching the stream and in the lobby, please leave the lobby, begging you, so I can just quickly change some settings to give more people access to the lobby. Bitte. Danke. Mart Studios is asking what wheel I use. It is called Thrustmaster TGT. Okay, let's quickly set this. So minimum driver rating, I'm gonna go C. Minimum sportsmanship, B. Number of laps, 4. And I'm gonna rename it 5 min practice, 5 lap. Okay. Here we go. Lower the level a little bit. Excuse me again. Ronaldo is saying, I think what you are doing now is the future. Drive in the real life, put in a lot of effort in sim racing. Yeah, I'm surprised more racing drivers don't do this. I know Nicky Tim does a great job on iRacing. He seems to get it. But again, I've been a sim racer on Gran Turismo for as long as I can remember. Casual Berserk is making a bet that Leclerc would be a world champion this year. I thought about it. I think he still needs to make mistakes. And guys, I highly recommend checking out His ability to drive in the wet is still questionable, in my opinion. Okay. Do you think a sim racer could get into a GT3 car and cope with the physical factors? Yeah, that's what I did. And I mean, it is shocking. I jumped into a GT car the first time, not with that much physical training, and I managed fine. So it's just a shock. It's like, it's very heavy, it moves around a lot, the braking is insane, you feel like the car's going to flip and crash at any moment. And after 5 laps, you're used to that. So it depends how much work you put into it. But yes, sim racers can absolutely get in there, into a GT car, and not be quick, but be used to it. You know, get used to the physical elements. Okay. Hey, CRN GTR, how you doing, bro? Thanks for joining in. Is GT3 more physical than karting? Not at all. Karting rips your body to shreds, and GT3 is actually, it's just very hot. It's very hot, you'll get sore shoulders. 5-minute practice starts now. So yeah, GT3s are just very hot inside. When you race at a track like Suzuka in the heat, if you're not fit, you're going to pass out. You're going to be extremely tired. But karting gives you sore muscles, gives you sore ribs, gives you bruised knees, sore neck, bruised lateral muscles, sore forearms. Yeah, just every part of your body that you did not know exists starts to swell up the first time you race on a busy karting weekend. Also, you drive much more in karting. Like if you attend a European Rotax Euro Championship, that is just murder. You start practice on the Tuesday, and your final is on the Sunday, and you're basically in the karts every hour for 10 to 15 minutes from Tuesday till Sunday. So by the time you get to Sunday, if you're not fit, you'll be a marshmallow. You'll be completely destroyed. I miss karting a lot. Okay, next questions. Just keep them coming, guys. I'll answer as many as I can. Yes, Alex is correct. Verstappen and Norris are an example of sim racers who are in Formula 1. They've obviously been racing since they were kids. So they have that element, but they are incredibly fast sim drivers. And I know from experience, because I'm not one of the super aliens, it's not easy being fast in a sim. Trust me, it is not. You know, to have the sense of timing that someone like Lightning has, etc. Or Tiggy's an amazing qualifier. Don't know how he does it. That takes a special kind of talent that you don't necessarily have, that you don't necessarily see as much in the real world. So the difference in sim racing compared to real racing is sim racing is more merit based. It's not down to how good your equipment is. I can guarantee you now, if you have a Fanatec wheel versus a Thrustmaster, it will make no difference to how fast you are in Gran Turismo. No difference. So you just waste your money if you get the Fanatec. I know this because I have one sitting in top of my cupboard. I bought a Fanatec when I first got this PlayStation/GD Sports setup, and I ended up putting it in a box and used the Thrustmaster TGT. However, in real racing, it has nothing to do with merit. It has everything to do with how much money you can find and raise. And if you can't do that, you will not be a racing driver. It's as simple as that. I was not a racing driver for 7 or 8 years because I ran out of money in my early 20s. And that was it. No matter how talented I was, all I could do was sit and watch and play Gran Turismo. In some ways I proved that I had the ability to drive a car fast through GT Academy. But even then I was unlucky that South Africa was not accepted in the what do you call it, the stages where, oh yeah, the knockout rounds. So even through Gran Turismo Academy, even though I had the 4th fastest lap time in the world, I didn't get invited anyway. So no money, no acceptance in the sim racing categories, sit on the sidelines and watch, you know. And then once I made enough money to start to go racing on my own, with my own wallet, I managed to somehow make that happen. So, you know, when you see a lot of professional racing drivers in GT racing, the guys who are earning money, they are the best of the best, and are they on merit because they don't pay fake pros. But a lot of drivers who are on the grid who look fast at one race and slow at the next race, a lot of them are paid drivers, and that is the nature of the sport. So more than half the grid is filled with people who've found a way to buy their race seats, and that's how the industry works. You have to buy your race seat when you're starting out. There's no other way to do it. The question is, do you get that money from family and friends or sponsors or yourself? And in sim racing you don't have that problem. So the quality of competition in sim racing is more pure than the quality of competition in GT racing. I mean real world racing. That's not to say it's easy. It is freaking hard to be fast in the real world GT racing. Okay, to those of you who are listening, wow, a lot of Brits in here. Hey guys, we're starting this race in 30 seconds. Okay, starting this race in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't remember if I put it on standing start. Why am I in pole position? Or am I in last position? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Here we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. David's braking a little bit too late for my liking. Oh, the Alpino, that's the car that you want to use. Hello, Ramfest. I know I said 5 laps and it's on 4 laps. I forgot to set it back to 5 laps. Okay, let's go. Anyone else welcome to join? I'll read the comments in the next 5-minute practice. We got strong boost on, slipstream effect is strong to keep it interesting. BOP is on to keep it fair. But you do actually have to stop the car, David, if you want to make the corners. Oh! Good on the inside. That's a nice livery. I like that. Wow, I want that livery on my car. gonna have a sip of my tea while I drive down the straight. Oh, bonsai. Don't worry guys, I did the same thing when I first drove around here in the N300. Whoa, hello Snap Oversteer. Okay, we gotta go up to CJW. Don't fight, just push, push, push. Techi, I'm either gonna ram you forward or you're gonna slipstream me forward. Oh, he's gonna defend for second. Don't race for second, guys, this is unwise. Oh, how fun does that Alpine look? You guys should see the Renault Alpines, well they're called Alpines, racing in France. The race versions of these things produce the best racing I've ever seen in my life. Whoa, giving me just enough space, well done. CJW, I'm coming for you with my understeer machine. Am I? He's driving pretty well up front. He's pulling away actually. And now we got Round Robbins who's going to do the bomb. 3, 2, 1. Oh, CJ's made a mistake! Get on the yellow, David. Maximum grip over there. 2 laps to go. Can he keep it together? Thanks to all of you joining the lobby. I think it's better to keep it as a 4-lap race, otherwise the races are going to be too long. Maybe should make it a 3-lapper. Come on! This weak boost is not boosting me enough. Ooh, 6th gear, shouldn't go to that one. Why is this car not stopping? 800th time I've missed that apex. Oh, CJ, you're getting away with murder right now, man. This corner here reminds me of turn 11 at Paul Ricard. Sort of closing radius, double apex thing. Oh, bummer. Okay, heading on to the final lap. Gotta go in slow here, on the yellow. Slow in, fast out. Ride the curb. Don't ride the curb, don't ride the curb. You wanna go around the curb. Boxing, are you gonna box me? Oh god. Squeeze him. I'm squeezing you, bro. Just come off the power slightly to just block the inside. The squaring off maneuver. You gotta stop the scissor by letting them slipstream to your outside. Let them do that. And then, when they're next to you or just behind you, on your outside, just tap off slightly so that they are next to your door, and therefore you're blocking the inside. They cannot do a switchback on you. You are controlling their move. This works quite well. Oh boy. Stay on the track, Dave. So yeah, if you do that, you're just basically only giving them the option of staying on your outside and trying to do the outside line. But if you let them slipstream and then just stay right behind you the whole time, you're opening up an inside or outside line option. Mart is asking if I could send him my Fanatec. Sorry mate, but I'm willing to sell it to one of you guys. If one of you guys wants to buy my Fanatec wheel and you're living in London or near London, drop me a private message and we can talk. Paul Connolly's asking how much money I needed to start racing GTs. Initially, I had enough money to do the to do one race, which was 15,000 euros. And then once I'd sort of done well enough to justify to myself to continue. I was offered a season in Italian GT, and that contract was going to cost me 100,000 euros, of which I had none. So I sold a portion of my company. Seal 8855, morning from Australia. How are you doing, sir? Good morning. It's evening here. One more race at this track, guys. One more race at this track, and then we'll go to the next track. Just because there's a couple of other people who've joined, so let's give them a chance to practice, and then we will jump into another race. Del J, I don't think you'll see this comment, but you should make a video version of the spiel of the game of the play I just finished, because as the channel grows you'll have to post more consistently. My aim is to post once or twice a week. I'm never going to be a guy who posts every day, so once or twice a week will be how often I post, if I'm lucky. And some weeks I won't be able to post anything because I'll be at real racetracks, and that's just going to be the nature of the channel. Andrew is asking how you look sideways. You just set it up on your remote using the handles. I mean the arrows. Boost is on. Yes, boost is on to keep the racing interesting. Nandalizer is saying if you lift off, won't they just go around the outside? Well, you don't lift off completely, you just lift off like 1% so that they get side by side with you. The thing you don't want for them, the thing you don't want is for them to get to the corner just behind you, because then they can dive to the inside when you are braking for the corner. Super GT. Dude, what is happening? Stoked to have you here. Holy. Immediately Super GT comes on, I get sweaty palms. The man himself. 15,000 for one race. Guys, I hate to break it to you, but in GT racing, 15,000 euros for one race is basically for free. Let's just take a guess how much it costs to do Le Mans. Let's say you have some money and you want to do Le Mans. Please tell me what you think it costs to buy a seat in Le Mans. I had this question and I had no answers. I had to cold call racing teams at the time. So I'll wait for you to enter your comments. So keep in mind, my Italian GT race, my first race was 15,000 euros, which I'd saved up that amount of money over many years. So let me know what you think Le Mans would cost. So yeah, so I'm asking for one driver, not the entire car. So there's 3 drivers in the car. Let's say you all bring equal budgets to enter Le Mans with a GT team. Super GT is the winner. 300,000 euros is the correct answer. That is kind of the going rate for a race seat at Le Mans. To give you an idea, the Spa 24 Hours costs race teams close to 300,000 euros. You're using 32 sets of tires, new engine gearbox in preparation for the race. All these things cost a metric ton of money, and it's shocking that there's 60 cars on that grid. It means there's a lot of money floating around. Yeah, 300,000 euros, guys. If you want to race in Le Mans and you're not a professional, you have to pay 300,000 euros. So I thought my 15,000 euros would be enough to race in Le Mans. I was completely wrong. Oh god, look at that start. Super GT, I reckon you got to jump into this lobby, bro. I think you're slacking over there. I think you need to showcase how quick you are with your Fanatec wheel and your bonnet view, you savage, driving from the roof camera. How dare you? How dare you, Super GT? You're not a purist. Have you no talent? Have you no shame? What's going on here, people? Started P13 and P5 is in my sights. Got an Alpha going sideways here. ZFG. Oh, look at that. I think boost is the way to go. It's the way of the future. Lobbies should have boost to keep the racing interesting. That way TRL Lightning cannot just run away into the distance. Oh, I still haven't taken that corner properly once. Since we started this lobby, I have not taken that corner properly. I'm going to read your comments in a sec. I wish this had a dashboard cam, but it doesn't. They got lazy with this car. Oh, CJ Boxing, who started second last, is going for the inside. He's clearly got some skills. Same with Techi. Techi's right there, but who's leading this bad boy? Oh, there goes another penalty. Alex Fastlane. With a name like that, bro, I expect you to be dominating. Even with the boost benefit that we have, Fastlane is going to take it. Oh, David. Okay, so let's just get quiet for one lap. Whoa. So, just by the way, guys, look at that boost. I owe a lot of this channel's success so far to my mate Super GT, who's been mentioning me in his video blogs. So for those of you who don't know Super GT, go to his channel immediately. It's like Super Triple X GT or something, I don't know. Search Super GT on YouTube, please, and subscribe to his channel and become a member. Give him some of your hard-earned cash. The guy makes hilarious videos. I was just watching his Super Formula 1 earlier, his FIA race review, and it was another classic. By the way, Super GT, you did a better qualifying than me. Oh, David, stay out of the gravel. There we go. Okay, so I'm pretty much loving this. We're going to switch tracks after this one. Please vote for the next one in the comments. Where would you like to see us race next? But I'm digging the 5 minutes practice 4-lap race. The lobby with the incorrect title. 5 minutes practice 5-lap race. You enter the race and it's 4 laps. David is stealing time. from you, and he's a savage. Okay, 2 laps to go. Said I wasn't going to commentate on this lap, but as is always the case with this streaming, I always get that wrong. Okay, let's go after it. Let's go after it. There you go, boxing. If you get on the yellow, there's tons of grip there. It's also the right line. I'm going to answer questions again in a moment. I finally made that corner. So fast lane up ahead from Germany. The secret Rinaldi Racing operative is in a KTM, I think. And Kaka Cool behind me, who's about to go for the move. Oh, David cooks it into the double right-hander. Opens the door just slightly, but not enough. So this KTM is strong. Car to have in this race. 5 minutes practice, 5-lap race, which is actually a 4-lapper. My mild boost is not getting me within sight, and I'm understeering into a wall. Keeps it together somehow. Oh, backs it in. Beautifully timed. Gotta get it on the yellow though. I forgot that there's tyre wear. We need to turn up the tyre wear. It's not enough. Maybe we just give everyone super soft tyres. Hello. Whoa, how's that lag? Oh, sorry, are you on my left there? Oh, sorry. Oh, here comes a big move. Ramfest. Sorry mate, open the door. And since it's my lobby, it's my rules. And that is how we're gonna race this one. Can't open the door like that. This is N300 racing, guys. This is Group N racing. That was brilliant. Okay, quickly reading the comments. So basically you pay 300,000 to try and prove that you're good enough to be paid to a pro. Mate, you're going to spend more than 300,000 to prove that you're better than a pro driver. So it costs way more. I'm torn between 2 cameras. Don't do it. It makes rubbish videos. These videos are hilarious. I'm starting to keep up with all the comments, guys. I've never had 100 people watch my channel before. Oh no, I lie. I had 200 for the FIA races, which is freaking mental. Okay. So, Kaka Cool, sorry for that boxing. Track vote. No, I'm a dictator. I'm a dictator, and I get to choose which track we go to. But it has to be a small track. Small tracks produce the best racing. There's reason for my madness. Okay. Divide by Zero couldn't take it. Alex Fastlane, you're a legend. I hope he knows that okay, 5-minute practice starts now. We're still going to be on the tires which don't die, but I'm going to change that setting in the next go. Oh no, what's going on here? Oh, we got one of these pit lane bugs. Yes, how do we get rid of this? Somebody give me some help here. How do we get rid of the pit lane issue? Miguel, I don't know how to dedicate some mental space to go live on Instagram at the races, but I'm going to try it this weekend. Let's try jump straight into the race. Okay, I don't know if it works here, but let's see. So no practice, straight into the race. It's group practice. 0 minutes practice, 4-lap race. Exactly what the title of this lobby says. What's going on? Oh boy. Ah, there you go. Are we still online? Yes. Okay, create room. Load settings. Sorry about that, guys. Dead, disconnected, gone, out. Ibnu is asking if I speak Afrikaans. Mate, someone literally asked me that at the very beginning of the stream. The answer is yes. Not very well. Oh, Miguel is saying I should announce when I'm going on YouTube via Instagram. Yeah, I kind of separate my Instagram from my YouTube because my mates follow me on Instagram and they tease the hell out of me when I do YouTube videos, so it's a bit shameful from my side. Okay. Back to Yamagawa. Miyabi. Let's go with 5 AM. What savage is going at 5 AM? Okay. Okay. 2 minutes. Race starts in 2 minutes. Yeah, my live streams kind of tend to come out of nowhere, guys. I it's usually 9 out of 10 times it's spontaneous. Where I'm like, like this evening I was not meant to do any live streaming. I thought, what the hell. I haven't actually experimented properly with lobbying, so I wanted to give this a go. I'm always shy that if I create a lobby no one's going to be in it, but it seems that most of you guys jumped in, so pretty stoked with that. I think this race is going to be pretty mental because, whoa, hello, because of the boost. It's going to keep it super close. I hope Fastlane is still in here. Okay, race is starting in 20 seconds. This corner here, you've got to be super patient with the front end. Just tapping the brakes to get it in, not to slow down. Just want that front end to be nice and cozy. Up over the crest, bring it all the way to the right. Use both curbs. This is the most critical corner on the track. Woo! Seal, I'm coming for you, bro. Oh, look at that. "15 seconds till start." Okay, starting in... I'm impatient. Whoa. Yeah, cool. So, just a heads up, if you guys want to buy my Fanatec wheel and you live in London or near London, drop me a message and we can chat. Martin's asking if I race for other teams besides Rinaldi Racing. Yes. I race also for Hub Auto and for Kessel Racing and Rinaldi Racing's sister team, Wochenspiegel Team Manschau. But they're all Ferrari teams, I believe. I'm not contracted to Ferrari, but I do whatever I can, sorry bro, to stay in the Ferrari family. Because it is a dream of mine to somehow become a Ferrari factory driver. I think my time has passed. I'm too old, too unknown to do that. But if I keep performing, who knows? Maybe there'll be a miracle. And I can't become a Ferrari factory driver if I'm racing 500 different other types of cars. It was a bit too easy to get to second place there. So just a quick one on the Fanatec thing. I'm willing to sell the wheel. It's got the pretty cool pedals and stuff. Yeah, but maybe just drop me a message via my website, davidperil.net. That's probably the best place to get me, honestly. And I'm sorry to those of you who sometimes leave a comment and I don't reply, or I don't reply straight away. It's just because I could be at a racetrack or something, and honestly sometimes I'm freaking exhausted after a weekend at the track, so I I procrastinate. I'm guilty of procrastination. I'm going to turn up the boost on this, and I'm going to make the slipstream effect strong. I want this thing to be super competitive, super bumper to bumper. Hold it together. So for those of you who are curious, a season in Blancpain Endurance and Sprint, so the whole championship, is over €1 million for the car. So this GT racing thing is no joke. I think GT4 is almost half the price though. So that's why GT4 is seeing a renaissance of... Whoa! There's big growth in GT4 because it's... Okay, it's not half the price, but it's maybe... It's maybe 60% of the price. So it's a lot more accessible to the not filthy rich, but just very rich. My PlayStation app is busted, so I can't accept any friend requests right now. Kevco is asking, what car is my daily? I used to have an Audi S3 and then I sold it to go racing, so I have no car. I'm a massive Audi fan though, so if I do buy a car again, it will be an Audi S3, just because I love that car so much. Yeah. Grid starts, boost is strong. Tire wear is at the maximum. Fuel depletion is at the maximum. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, this race is starting in 3, 2, 1. I definitely want to I definitely want to give Drive Club a purchase. I saw Super GT was buying it today. I was like, damn, that's actually a pretty good idea. Real racers don't own their own cars. That is not true. What is true is real racers mostly don't own supercars. I'm curious what car Super GT has. Before I was a racing driver, I did spend money on cars. I first had an Audi R8, then I had an Audi S5, then I had an Audi S3, so I kind of went downhill. I had a Renault Clio Sport. I only owned one car at a time. Why are we getting those start lights? Is this normal? Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see if 30% or 30 times tire wear affects this thing. We've got boxing there, we've got fast lane in front. I see his strategy. He skips one race so he can start at the front of the next race. Genius. Boost is mental right now. Oh, David. Oh, David. Hold it. Oh. Brave to ram a Ferrari like that, mate. Alex is just chilling at the front. We are all a joke to him. Fair Dinkum 2015, keeping him honest. Use the most of this boost, guys. Keep your car in a straight line for as long as possible. Use higher gears where necessary. And pray to God that we catch this guy who's leading the race and completely crushing us. Oh, that's a penalty. Nice number plates, Hellboy. Just gotta roll it in here, boys. Oh! No, David! Oh, what an idiot! Oh, much more happy with the tie wear now. Just adds another dynamic to the mental racing that's going on right here. Did I just get another penalty? I think I did. Okay. I think we can turn this into a 5-lap race. Super GT has an Abarth Punto. I approve of that car, bro. I rent a lot of Fiats while in Europe, and they serve me well, man. My favorite car is a Fiat 500 rental car. Okay, 6-lap race, because we've got to make the most of this tire wear. Yeah, let me know what cars you guys have. Oh, Alex, I'm not accusing you of cheating, mate. Not at all. Not at all, bro. Chris, boxing, please don't go to bed. We're going to do one more race. I'm going to start this race right now. 6-lapper. Whoever wins this one is the master. Mitsubishi Mirage. Haven't driven a Mitsubishi, I can't say. Can't comment on this. Matthew Tani is asking Super GT why people don't play Assetto Corsa. Good question. I don't play it because I don't have a PC, but I would if I did have a PC. If I had a PC, I would be playing Assetto Corsa a lot more often, especially Competizioni. Oh, hello, Understeer. Hello. How are you doing, my friend? Round robins, you've won too much, bro. Have you won anything? No, it's been Alex Fastlane and Kaka Cool. That guy sneaks up every single time, just when it matters. This is definitely the best livery I've seen on this car. I highly approve round robins. Seriously, makes my livery look super average. Sorry, bro. Come back. Oh, here comes. Who's behind me? I didn't mean to understeer into you, round robins. Honestly, I apologize for that. Look at that. Oh my god. This is awesome for me. Sorry guys, I'm not giving you much value in terms of commentary, but I'm having a ton of fun here. Look at that! Mental. Rakudi over here is making big moves for the lead. Monster sponsored car. Monster have the budget to go GT racing, but I think they're put off by the customer racing element. Oh, here comes Kakakul. This guy is the man. He's the man of arriving when it matters, and not a second before. Here cometh. He's beaten me every single time we've raced right now. So David, pull it together. Actually, I'm going to pull it together. I'm going to focus. And just understeer into a bush somewhere. Oh wow, look at that! I got the fuel predictions almost perfect. Okay, I need to turn down fuel consumption. It's a little bit too extreme. Yes! Okay, who's running out of fuel here? That was damn fun. I'm just reading the comments again. Ram for money, David for cash. Now, who did I ram off? Round Robins. That was my mistake, man. If you're listening, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Where's Round Robins? Okay, we're doing this race one more time. We're switching tracks, doing that race, and then I'm gonna make some tea and go to bed. Try to get better. Chris Wall Boxing, thanks so much for sticking around for one more race, bro. You almost had it there. Miguel's asking best racing memories. Karting World Finals. Losing the lead. I hated it at the time, but it taught me a lot of lessons. GT racing, winning Spa 24 hours. That was pretty cool. Going through Eau Rouge the first time was really, really cool. And what else? Oh, of course, driving a DTM car. That is the highlight of my life. Driving a factory Mercedes DTM car at Hockenheim. I wish I could do that again. I suspect I will never get to see a DTM car again in my life, but that was one of the best experiences I've ever had. No, it was the best experience I've ever had. Holy! If you're wondering why I'm in the SFR, it's because it's the only decent N300 car I have. Because my South African Gran Turismo account still has very few cars in the garage. I basically buy as I need. Round Robin is in the lead. This guy's a machine. Constantly find myself having to catch him. I absolutely love this. I know you guys want to change tracks, blah blah, but for me this is just so epic. You know what this race could do with this front wheel drive Golf GDI? I just don't own one. Oh! Ron Robbins, is you and me again. You keep opening the door, bro. Gotta be more aware of the guy behind you. Don't open the door. It leads to ramming for money. Dave. Dirty Dave. Around the outside. Only touched you once. Oh, and here comes Kakakul. Right on time. It's a total coincidence that I got the fuel consumption right. Oh, leads it in, loading the front tire, but nice double apex. That was sweet. Flow down the hill. I want to see an alien race with boost turned up to strong, slipstream turned to strong. I want to see the aliens race with that. Why are we getting ghosting? I'm not stoked to that. Oh, it's because Kakakul had a small penalty. Oh boy, this race is about to get messy. Well, sorry, this last lap is about to unfold in dramatic fashion. If you're the leader, you basically have no chance with this boost on, which is exactly how it should be. For me, this is the best. This is the best. Sorry, guys. Okay, for those of you still hanging around, you are awesome. Is DTM about 8 seconds faster than GT3? I'm not sure. It feels like it has less power. I know that the new DTMs are going to have 100 bhp more, and I think that's exactly what the series needs. It's going to be an awesome season. Font Farewell's asking about tuning in the FIA races. I'm really glad that they don't have it, because I don't have the time to do setup and stuff. I like that you can just come in, do an hour of practice, work on your driving, and then do the race. Honest, I need to take a bath after this. Okay, we're going to do this again. Guys, please ask me as many GT3 related questions as possible. Miguel is asking why DTM is such a good experience. The car is so pure. Inside it's just a steering wheel and seat. There's not 10,000 buttons. Tons of downforce, amazing grip, pure sound. You can go. It's on my site. On my YouTube channel, I have an onboard from my time in the DTM car. Okay, let's see how we do with this car. It's going to rip its front tires to shreds. So yeah, the DTM car was so loud inside when you come off the throttle, like the crackling and the popping. It's such a fast car. It handles so beautifully well. Carbon brakes, obviously, and you know that you're in the best single tin top. It's not a tin top, it's a carbon top, but you're in the best saloon car in the world. Prototype built specifically for racing, with one of the best sounding engines from onboard, at least. Absolutely, it was the dream come true. It was just such a thrill to drive. That being said, when you drive a 458 GT3, the engine sound and the feeling that the steering gives you and everything, it's not that far from the feeling of a DTM car. It's just a little bit slower in the corners, more power, but just as thrilling to drive. It's just, there's something special about DTM. You can't buy your way to DTM, so I knew that I was in a super lucky and privileged position to get to drive one. Okay, so I definitely suck at front wheel drive cars. Are we in the focus? Yes, we are. Yeah. struggling to keep up here, guys. Oh jeez, I don't stand a chance with this car. I wish I had the KTM, I'd love to try it. But if I quit this lobby, the lobby closes. Oh, here goes fast lane. Oh, hello. No, David, turn off the traction control, you dirty bastard. How dare you? I haven't made up any positions. I'm just hanging on for dear life here. This car is going straight back into the dumpster fire where it belongs. In real life, a Focus ST is pretty epic. And the Fiesta is my second favorite rental car. Oh, look at these clowns. Just penalties being handed out everywhere. But despite the penalties, I was still too far behind. Lost Shelty, congratulations. Polar Ventris is asking the difference between Pro-Am and Pro drivers. It's the combination of drivers in a GT car. So Pro-Am consists of one amateur driver, one pro driver, and then a pro car consists of just pro drivers, and an AM car consists only of amateur drivers. I need to change my car. Oh, here we go. Hannes is saying he'd like to see 1v1 against me and David Peetham. Peetham, I think it is. He's a great driver. I think he'd beat me in Gran Turismo. How often do pro slots in GT3 open up? It's fairly often, specifically at the end of the season. And then you sometimes get that last minute call for a pro seat. Del Campo, cheers. Alex Fastlane, cheers. How much money for a test session in a GT3 car? 1 day of testing in a GT3 car is 25,000 euros. A 2-day test is about 50,000. Yep, it's insane. But that's how much it costs. Okay. How much money for tested it? Got disconnected. Sorry, mate. How is a race less money than a test? It's to do with renting the track and transport. So when you testing, you have to rent the track, and that is super expensive. You have to pay for more transport than you would for a race. There's a whole bunch of elements that come into play. Initially I couldn't understand the logic, but yeah, so if you're looking to do GT racing, the best thing to do is, if you have the money, if you save the money, you wait till the end of a season, and then you start to contact teams with like 3 or 4 races to go. They'll often have seats available because drivers have run out of money and they want to fill the seats so that you can get a good deal. That's exactly what happened to me in Italia GT. Usually the seat that I got for 15,000 is usually 20,000. Guys, I think after this this race I'm calling time, because I'm getting sicker by the minute. I'm hanging on by a thread here. But thank you for tuning in. We'll do more of this soon. On Saturday I'll have a live stream for the FIA race at Brands Hatch. But the next 3 weeks is going to be pretty ridiculous. There'll be no racing online streams next week because I'll be at the Blancpain race 1. Oh, one of you asked if I'll be at Silverstone. Yes sir, I will be at Silverstone. If you guys join my Patreon, become a patron, you get grid tickets on the top tier. Plus you get to sit in my car and get a tour of the box and all that, meet the team, all those things. Even with boost, this car has no power. Look at this melee up in front. I can't quite catch it though. Oh! This track was built for racing, ladies and gentlemen. Who has a Tesla? Who's using a Tesla for this race? You savage. I probably should have been in 3rd gear there. Oh, it saves me a gear change going down here. Oh. Sorry, bro. Oh, there's someone there. Maybe if I have the radar on. Oh, there's rear wheel drive setting as well, of course. Whew. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Miguel's asking if I'm doing 9 hours of Kilami. What's my favorite track to drive in real life? Suzuka. Boom. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am tuning off. I'm switching off now. Man is too sick to continue. He's an injured soul, and he's done enough live stream for tonight. But thank you so much for tuning in, and we're definitely going to do this lobby again at some point in the future. It was a metric ton of fun. Thank you so much, and I will catch you in the next one. Oh, please like, subscribe, share, all those things. You know, a little bit of housekeeping goes a long way. Motivates me, but I'm super stoked with what I have so far from you guys. Anyway, catch you guys in the next stream. Thank you again. Have a good evening. Ciao.